Live from New York. It's this wall playing live. Whoa! Woo! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siobhan. So today, this video is all about planners, what I'm currently using, and a flip through of two setups that I did. So I set up my Louis Vuitton. This is the size, personal size, and I also set up the A5 size, which is the large GM Agenda. But this has been my current love since January, and I went through a little planner dilemma. So I stopped using this for like a week or so, and then I set up these two like a crazy person. So here's a little flip through of these two planners, and then I'm going to talk about why I don't like these, or why these may not necessarily be for me. So starting with the small one, this is the size, which is a personal size. I didn't do too much to the pocket. My goal for this was to do like a planner wallet situation where I just carry a card holder, and then I just have this for my cards on this side. I'm going to be taking a lot of water breaks because I get tired easily, so the water is going to rehydrate me. So let's go. So this little thing here is an acetate from Rose Color Days. This has been sold out for a very long time, and if someone could reach out to them and tell them, hey, you need to bring this back, this is the cutest overlay for like any type of setup. I even had this in my notebook setup once. These are, I got this on Canva, and I just printed it on cardstock paper to make a dashboard. I purchased some stickers from a shop. I forgot the name, but she sent this cute little pocket thing, and I punch holes and I put it there. This Me Season sticker is from the Half Unicorn. I love her stickers and her pins. And then I have this section to use as like the inbox. You know how you can like put sticky notes? So my plan was to like put sticky notes here and use it. So that's what that is for. And then this would be like a note section where I can do like a run-in to-do list here and these things, or brain dump. I just love having note section in a planner because it makes it more functional. You can always have space to write down things that you need to do. I made this little pocket. This is cardstock paper, and then I added this little acetate from Simply Gilded, cut it down, and I glued this side punch holes. Voila, here we are. Added some of my favorite stickers. These stickers is from the Given Girl, and I believe it was the Given Girl who sent this, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll double check. It's either the Given Girl or Dear Elaine Co. Check out both of them. They make some really cute stuff. So that's a pocket to keep little trinkets. This is a 2023 calendar. I just printed it on, I made it on Canva. Pretty simple. This is a theme that I was going for. And then on the back of it, because I don't like having blank back pages, this is going to be, this is the 2023 holidays that I made myself. And then I just printed my daughter's cheer schedule. Then this section is supposed to be like the future log, because this is an undated planner. My inserts are not dated. So I printed these from a PDF file I got on Etsy. I don't remember the shop name. I'll try to link it. So these were supposed to be August, September, October, November, December, and then a blank page at the end for notes. This is an actual postcard from a shop on Etsy. It's not a postcard, it's a greeting card. I cut it down because this was supposed to be the section where I list like places to go. I currently have one of that in my notebook setup. And then I had these travel itinerary that I made, and a list insert where I could list things like, oh, this was supposed to be like a packing list master sheet I wanted to make, but I didn't get to it. And I have some cute pictures of my family. And then this section was supposed to be the home section where I put home notes. I shared a video on Instagram of how I made these little inserts. These pages are actually from older planners that I was going to toss, and I found the note pages in the back, so I decided to make them into note inserts by reusing them. This is a clip art from a shop on Etsy. I'll link it. And this went right into like the meals for the week on this side. And then I had this borrower's card that came with an old order years ago, so I just kind of put it in there for this cuteness. Recipe card I got on, I made this from Canva. This is a template. It's free. You can basically put a whole planner together by using Canva. Recipe cards, and then this is supposed to be like a you ran out of type grocery list. And then here we were going into the bills section, so I made this monthly bills tracker and some notes. And then this section is a self-care section where I have these self-care contact cards from Create with Bri, B-R-I, and one of them is self-care, one of them is medication. And then it came with like a card that shows you when you're supposed to do like a mammogram, a pap smear, colonoscopy, things like that. These wellness visit logs, I made these myself, and these are supposed to, like, before I go to the doctor, I'll write down what questions I have, so when I go there I don't be like, oh, I forgot what I wanted to talk about, and any pertinent information. I always have wellness logs in all of my planners set up because obviously I go to the doctor a lot. And then here, these blank pages were to list my symptoms, because I keep track of like certain symptoms that are kind of questioning, or if something is new, I keep track of it to see if it's like a recurring thing, to kind of figure out when it's happening. And then these are from my Love Shack Fancy notepads. I just cut them down, punched some holes. And then the next section, we went right into the Creator Life, This Well-Planned Life. And this is my campaign tracker. This is just like a regular tracker. I just put that head in. And then these blank sheets were to list content ideas for the remainder of the year, August through December. And then this is the campaign that I'm currently working on. I just filled this out to kind of see if I like the, you know, write it in the size planner. So that's why that's filled out. And then these branded content inserts I made a very long time ago, and I just printed them and I put them in here. More notes page before we get into the weekly daily planner, and these inserts I made also on Canva. So I started with the week on 2 pages, which is the horizontal, and then at some point it switched to vertical because these are like older inserts I had that I just never got to use. I just put them in here. And then in the back I do have extra note pages, and then I have this section back here which is sort of like you know, if you're like out and you need to jot down something really quickly, you don't want to be searching for pages, you can just write it down here. And then this is just like a little, this is actually a wallpaper sample. I cut it down and punch holes in it. And this is the setup for the It's very cute, it's very functional, it can do what I need to do to keep my life organized and plan things. But one thing that I was instantly aggravated by is the rings. I have been using notebooks since like the pandemic, and that freedom of just writing and not having to remove the pages and add them back is kind of like, I don't know, it's a love that I have for a notebook. So I started writing in this. I didn't take this on vacation with me. I should have, to see if I can want to use it a lot more, but ultimately the size of this is not the problem, it's the rings, and removing the pages to write on it and then putting them back, I kind of don't like doing that. It's kind of annoying. So this setup is kind of similar to this one. Basically it's just like a copy and paste, but just wider inserts. There's different things happening in this one because some of the inserts are actually from the 2023 Louis Vuitton inserts. So similar setup. And listen to this. Let me get some water. Hold on. So I know us planner people, we have certain things that just kind of irks us. This irks me. Listen. You hear that? On the rings. Oh my God, it aggravates me so much. That sound the rings make when I flip through the pages. I hate it, but I absolutely love the GM. I love the A5 size planner. You see? You hear that? Ugh. It's like, But similar setup. This is a clip art from an illustrator on Etsy. I purchase from her all the time, and it's called I forgot, I'll link it, but very cute stuff. Note pages here. I copied and paste, made the same, just the bigger size for this planner. Same thing here. I did start on the monthly. I do love the big page to write on, and I love the flatness of it. I love how the planners aren't chunky, so that's one thing I like about these two setups. This is a clip art from Lee Neal. This is a digital. I just printed it on this paper. I think this was supposed to be a postcard digital, but I just printed it on one side. And then places to visit. And here I have the home section. This is also a postcard. I just printed it on one page. This is a paper sample. It's fabric that I was looking for to make a little pouch. So I just punched some holes and added inside for a little decor. You can use anything and put in your planner to make it you. Add some personality. Recipe card also from Canva. I did my Caesar salad dressing recipe. Screenshot if you like the recipe. And then after this section, it's the same where we have notes. This is a little bit different. This is the bills tracker, and I love this. This is the wallpaper that I'm getting for my office. I'm going to be doing a little bit of wallpaper in this fall. That's one little change I'm going to do to my office. This is a Love Shack Fancy wallpaper, and I just printed it out from the website and put bills on it. And then behind I have the same bill tracker, but just a bigger size. And then this is the self-care section, and basically the same thing, but just a different size. The branded content campaign tracker sheets are a little bit different. I like these better than the first one and the small one. And then I have notes section, which is needed. So this is the major difference between the two. So this agenda is a 2023 refill from Louis Vuitton. And I wasn't really fond on this design this year, but I always like getting these inserts because sometimes, you know, we get these clicks in our head where we want to use a different planner. And I'm like, all right, I already have inserts, I'm just going to use this. But I did use this sometime for work back in March. So you see, I go through little spurts where I want to use a planner and then I don't. And then I used this in July, the last week in July, and then obviously I went on vacation, and this is the vacation. I do love the dated format of it. I love dated inserts. I love being able to plan ahead without using a monthly. So that's one thing I like about it. And I have this all the way through December. And at the end, I think I added note pages. Okay, these are note pages. These are actual Louis Vuitton notes page. You can't even get this anymore, and I'm really sad I only have this amount left. I've had this for probably like 5 years, and I've been very stingy to not use it all. So, and then in the back we have some stationery stuff, pics from vacation. And another thing that I hate about Rings planner is like closing them. You gotta fix it to make it close properly. And the fact that the edges of these always flip up, if you know, you know. So that's the GM size, and this is the personal size, both of which I really love. And I think I like romanticize the idea of using them so much. And I started using it, and then I instantly just got disappointed because then it reminded me why I stopped using it, which is because I don't like that ring feeling. So another reason why I was trying to find a new planner is because this baby is chunky. This planner is probably like 5 pounds. And I use it as a planner / journal. I haven't done a flip of this yet. I feel like this needs its own video because it's just so much details in here. But writing in it for a vacation just made me realize how much I love a notebook style. And I realized what I was kind of running from with this is the paper. I wanted a thicker paper, but in my head, I think I have something set up for 2024. But just to show a little bit of recap over the last week, this is from my last vacation. And this is the memory planning that I did. I'm going to skip this one and I'm going to start here with my August setup. But I love the notebook. I think I'm going to either go with an Archer Olive for 2024 or the Hemlock and Oak. They have notebook. The paper is not as thick as Archer and Olive. And one thing that I like about it is it's grid. It's like the graph versus the grid dots. But this was a setup that I did temporarily. And looking at it now, I realize how much I love it. And I love a notebook. So look at this. Isn't this the cutest? This is basically like dinner ideas. Or maybe I'm just in love with the idea of setting up planners. I don't know. But for now, it's August. The year is almost over. I think I'm just going to stick with this. And hopefully this is enough pages to last for the rest of the year. And I'm just going to continue using this. But I really wanted to share with you these two setups before I tuck them away on my shelf, in case you were looking for inspiration. But I think I'm a notebook girl at heart, so I'm just going to continue with this chunky little setup until it's done and it fits in my bag. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.